This is the coin ring hour. It may not even take me an hour. I'm JT Coin Rings. For those who don't know, it's around 1:40 a.m. here in Baltimore, Maryland. And today, this is what I want to do. Make this Morgan coin ring. All right, so my first step is I punched my hole already. I did that on my earlier live stream. And so what I'm doing now is taking the coin from the punch right here, just like so. So in order not to damage the coin anymore, the next step I do is place it here. Get the rest of the punch out. David Carlisle, how you doing? Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Another late night, early morning stream on a Morgan Dollar Ring Monday. So there we go. Boom. We have that right there. He's about to go to bed. But thanks for joining me, guy. I appreciate it. I had 2 cups of coffee, so I'm going to be up for a while. And I had a mission to start this order from Adam Jam, because I appreciate him sending these coins my way. We have 5 coins that I will be doing for him. 3 Morgans, a bald eagle dollar, and also a George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington $half. So yes, MJ Silver and Gold, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you coming in this live stream. Hit the like button on your way in. So this is what I'm about to do. Now I'm using my deburring tool. Move some of the silver, just like so. Now, each one of these Morgan coin rings, I'm going to make different. I'm going to show some with the bald eagle head showing. I'm going to show some with just the wings and In God We Trust showing. So the point I'm trying to make is going to be thick bands, and also we're going to have some thinner bands. For the 1901, I'm going to do one with the obverse side showing, which is right here, the 1901 showing, because of such great detail. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. And what I want to do next is clean that cut edge. So I have my sandpaper over here. And all I want to do is take some sandpaper. I got a 400 grit and go right into that. So what I'm going to do is go to the opposite side, put my finger in, and all I'm doing is turn it. Also, if you have a mandrel, if it fits, which this doesn't, you also can turn it that way to clean it, you know, but I don't have a mandrel that small. So I use my fingers, and all I want to do is clean that area that I just got finished using the deburring tool with, just like so. How you doing? MJ Silver, David Carlisle, thank you so much for joining me. You will be mentioned in this live stream. As I'm calling your names out, I won't edit anything out. Whatever happens, happens in this live stream, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me. So there we have it. We cleaned that inside area out. Now the next step is to anneal. So I want to move my area out, clean my area up a little bit. I can move this out for a second. Move this out. The next step is to anneal the coin, because I want to start the folding phase, okay? All right. Good Harding, how you doing? All right. As you come in, as you come in, hit the like button, guys. I appreciate it. There we go. And that one just fell. It's hot. As they say, don't play with it, because it is hot. So what I want to do next is put it inside the water to quench it. Okay. Once you quench it, you're able to touch it. I didn't want to pick it up off my hands. And there we go right there. It was so hot that I didn't have a chance to grip it with my grippers there. But I got it now. So now that I got it heated up, the first step I want to do is put it inside of a stabilizer cone here. Let's move it there. I did have a better one that I wanted to use. So what did I do with that one? Here we go. All right, so you want to turn it the obverse side down because this is the part I want to show. All right, so let's move this a little closer so you can see. Because I'm going straight to the 1-ton press. We have here, bam. This is the starter cone. Place that right here. Everything is stabilized. And now I want to start my pressing. 1 ton of pressure. Let's go. Now, one of the toughest coins to make coin rings for me has always been the Morgan dollar because it's a thick coin. And you have to make sure that you fold it correctly in the beginning. If you don't, it can really mess up. It can really mess up. So it's very important that your initial folds are good. So I take my time. There we go. If anyone has a coin ring in the chat, put a number 1. There we go. If you ever got a coin ring, put a number 1 in the chat. I think that now I'm biased because I make coin rings. 1 coin can always go to be made a ring. Something you can pass down. Let me give my case. Sometimes people are travelers, right? They traveled in the military and they say, you know what? I've been to Panama. I've been here. I've been there. And that coin that you picked up from your travels could be made a ring. You can get it engraved. You can wear it every day as you go through your coins looking for errors, varieties, and all that. And you can pass it down to the next generation. That coin ring can also have your engravings, your name, your initial, the date you received it. It can be just part of your stat. It doesn't have to be a pristine coin. It could be like a coal, a coin with damage, maybe some scratches or milk spots. You can turn it into a beautiful ring that you can wear or just keep in your stat. That is my call for people that have coin rings. One of the reasons. Is that a good enough argument? Is that a good enough reason to have a coin ring? I don't know. That's one reason. Also, anniversaries, birthdays, so many other reasons. Just like a different gift to give someone. In the precious metal communities, we say, if you hold it, you own it. So my new slogan for JT Coin Rings, hold it, wear it, own it. I'm gonna make a shirt. All right, now what I want to do is fold it. There I go. Now this starts to work harden. So what I like to do is make sure that I continue to fold, continue to anneal. As you see, it's starting to go. Like I told you, these Morgans are pretty thick coins. So I like to anneal often. Now this 1901, for those who know the history of the 1901 Morgans, this was a New Orleans. So Morgan, they were minted up until I believe 1901, if I'm not mistaken. Dave Carlisle says, "My thumb. I'm typing with my right." JT, yes, Dave, Doug definitely has one of my rings. I appreciate you, my friend. Yes, he is definitely a holder of a JT coin ring. Now I'm going to, there we go. I almost forgot where I put it. Now I place that in nice and slow so I do not make a wobbly Morgan dollar. So what I want to do now is make sure I can put some pressure on it. It's a tough coin. I definitely get my workout when I do Morgans. As you see, it's folding a little bit more. It's starting to look like a top hat, but there's a lot more folding I need done. So what do I do next is anneal. This baby, because I want that fold to be nice and good. So what I want to do now, I'm gonna find me another stabilizer die. This one here. One thing I like about the coins that Adam Jam sent me, he sent me some coins that had minor imperfection, but very great detail. You may had some coins out the stack that had maybe some problems at the rim. So you would get about the value of the Morgan dollar if you were to take it to a coin shop, because they're gonna give you money based off the coin and silver content. And the higher price Morgan dollars wouldn't have those defects. But he gave me coins that had very, very, very good detail. So that's why I know they're going to be some beautiful rings just based off of that alone. So what I want to do now is continue to fold this, because you want to make sure that the lips touch this portion here. Close it out. We got Rocky Mountain Bear in the house. Good to see you as well. Thank you so much for joining this early morning stream. I call this stream Morgan Dollar Ring Monday. There we go. I want to make sure this thing is really annealed. Nice and hot. And then inside the water. Dry it off, and let's go to the next step. Continue to fold this coin. The next part after the fold, we'll bring it to the ring stretcher. And like I said, these Morgans for me are some tough coins because they're pretty thick. So you really need the strength. And I'm glad that my shoulder didn't give out. There we go. You too. Let me get there. Cool. That it don't go through. Okay? Because that could be a problem. So it can mess up the rim of the coin. Go here. Let me pick another stabilizer. I have some more, and that just so I won't mess my rim up, because I want that to come out perfect as well. Stabilizer here, and all I want to do is fold it a little bit more, but without it maneuvering and moving around. So place it in. Some people put it in the Swedish wrap by now. I got a couple more folds I want to do. Okay, there we go. Show that it's nice, and I don't want to rush it. There we go. There we go. A little bit. Okay, it went a little deeper. Okay, so that's good enough for me that it went a little deeper. Okay. Now I want to start to kneel and get it to go right over here. Rocky Mountain Bear made a good point. Clean coins. Clean coins are pretty good to make into coin rings as well. Because we know that you're going to get the silver content value of that Morgan dollar or whatever coin you use. So all the numismatic value that we look for in that coin will be like wiped away. And us as coin ring makers and also collectors don't feel so bad when we just worry about the silver content. But true lovers of coin collecting don't like it, period. Keep the coin intact because it's history, which I do understand that. But this is a sure way for a person who flips coins like myself in the means of making coin rings. This is how I do it in this form of hobby/business. What I'm doing now is protecting the detail of the ring. Is put the shop towel there, turn it around, turn it around. Okay, so I got that intact. Next thing for me to do is to nail it again because I'm going to take it to the mandrel, the ring stretcher. There we go. Now it's time to put it in my glass. Quench the coin. Oh, you hear that? Good gracious. There we go. That's it. Now we're going to start stretching it right on the ring stretcher. So let's go over there. Let's come a little closer. There we go. Quite low turn. All right. Put it there. Let's go. And all you want to do is turn counterclockwise and stretch. And stretch. Okay. I want to move these off right quick because they will fall. There we go. This is a tougher coin to move. But as long as I nail it, I should be okay. Okay, let's move this. All the things that can fall and cause trauma, let me move it. Have my candle here. Let me move that. Don't want no fires. Okay, what you want to do is just move it fast. Bam. And move it back. There we go. Turn and go. There we go. Move everything that can fall. All right, so what I want to do now is kneel a little bit more. As we see here, it's starting to fold a little bit more. It's starting to look like a hat. You want to check the portion here to make sure nothing rips. So what I want to do is start to sand it. Okay. Take some sandpaper. Grip 100. I'm gonna take some 400. Let's bring it down and start to sand that area because I want to make sure that I protect that area. And all I'm doing is taking this sandpaper and sanding that area nice and round. I don't want any splits. It's a good time to examine because, you know, you want to make sure that you examine that because it will rip. This is a 1901 New Orleans Mint coin ring. There we go. There we go. As you see here, it start to even smooth that area out. That's the cut edge. I'm gonna do some more. And all I'm doing is little circles. You know, this is how I do it the basic way. I don't have any machines to help me to do it. Not yet, but all you have to do is just use the sandpaper, a flat surface, and just go in circles and kind of smooth that area out and examine it for any micro tears. And so far, so good. It looks good. I like the fold of the coin, and everything looks good so far. The Money Level Show. Daryl, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, guys. Money Level Show. If you want to talk about macroeconomics, commodities, and everything that makes the world of money move, go check out the Money Levels Show. My friend Daryl Dominic talks to the minds of Rick Rule. He talks to all of the major movers and groovers in macroeconomics. Definitely going to learn something from this channel. He just got memberships. He just came from the Rick Rule Symposium down in Florida. So you can go see some of the interviews of some of the people that were there, soaking up the information, the knowledge. So, Money Level Show. There we go. Bam. Be shining up that area there. I want to make sure I go there, do that before I go to my next step. LeVar Burton from the Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. If I'm not mistaken, that's LeVar Burton. It's in the book. Here we go. Now you see how I smoothed that area out. Now it's time to kneel and go back to the ring stretcher. That's it. All right, we got that baby heated up. Let me bring back my glass right here of water. Place that nice and slow. You hear the quench? There we go. All right. Got it there. Let's put that back. Let's go right to the ring stretcher. All right, let's go back there. Go here. We got Rocky Mountain Bear, David Carlisle in the house, Dave Harding. Appreciate you all for coming in. Who else was here? I don't want to miss. Rock Bottom, thank you so much for coming in. MJ Silver and Gold, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for staying up with me. That's it. Boom. Then you want to bring it back. Turn it counterclockwise so it can stretch evenly. Pull it back. Do it again. Now, when it starts to get hard and to really stretch, you know the metal is work hard and you have to kneel again. There we go. Bit. Now that's hard. You see it's hard for me to do that. Bring it back. And kneel it again. I look at it and make sure nothing is ripping. Looks pretty good. Okay. So let's go back to the kneeling. So what kind of spells you cooking up over there? Man, it's called a coin ring spells, guy. Alchemy. Change from one form to another without losing any other's content. There we go. The quench. There we go. That brings it down to temperature real quick. Unlike non-ferrous metals, it's a difference. Steel, when you place in water, it hardens immediately. So that's why we use precious metals, because we can anneal it, quench it, and it's still able to move with ease. So I got a couple seconds before this hardens. Stretch counterclockwise. It's really getting harder to stretch. Let's see what ring size it is right now. Right now, it's a size 13 1/4. So 13 1/4. See? Yeah, to there. What most people do, you can take it all the way down to a 15, or you can start to Swedish wrap it now. You know, I would like to take it down a little further and then Swedish wrap it. So let's see, and I'm gonna turn it around the opposite way, this way, and start stretching. But I got to bring the paper around again. It's starting to get a little tougher to stretch, so I have to anneal it again. There we go. Anneal it again. Quench it. The next time I anneal it, I will, there we go. I will make sure I sand the cut edge again to kind of smooth it out, you know, to ensure there's no rips. This right here is a more aggressive stretch right now, because I'm going to turn the coin around to open up the cut edge a little bit more. So I'm turning it upside down. Like that. Okay. Turn it back around. I may just start Swedish wrapping it, because it's getting a little bit more tougher for me to stretch it. That's one of the things I told you about this Morgan. It's a thick coin, you know, and it's all about having superior tools. You know, having superior tools. And my ring stretcher, whew, I tell you, it's not the best. This right here is a 1901 Morgan dollar. A 1901 Morgan dollar. All right, let's go here. Okay. A 1901 Morgan dollar. Minted in the New Orleans Mint. Right now, I'm going around making sure that I make sure that cut edge is not experiencing any rips or tears. There we go. See how we got that thing nice and shiny, and that's right there. It's making sure we get all the rips and tears. If there are any micro tears, get them away. So we use that 400 grit. Keep on doing that just like this. So nice and smooth. Now what I want to do is start to wrap it and try to get it to go down Swedish wrap. Okay, so let's find a Swedish wrap that will allow me to put this inside. This is a Jason Works Swedish wrap. Okay, and what I want to do is place this coin right inside and start to push it down. Got to be real careful because this thing will turn and flip. And if that happens, man, it's going to be some work. Because I can't stretch it no further here. It's getting real difficult for me to push it on here. And last thing I want to do is break my ring stretcher, right? So I have to adjust. So let me see. Find me one that that will allow me to do it, to have a little bit more gap. Okay, so it won't move. So these are two that I have. Seven degree and forgot the other degree. But this Swedish wrap gives me a lot of give. See that moving? So you want to make sure that it can stay stationary. But at the same time, you move it down, it starts to get wobbly. So this is the danger. So I may have to, let me see, if I can find one to continue to fold it. Let's see here. Basically, that's as far as it goes there. So I'm trying to fold it some more. Just a little bit more. So it won't. There you go. So let me anneal it again and try to get a little bit more fold with this here. It's all about protecting the coin detail. Get a little more heat to it. All right. This thing to, there we go. I really want this thing to move. So you got to do what you got to do. All right, place this back. Who else is in here? We got 5. Thank you so much for coming in. Hit that like button. I'm at the early phases of doing this ring here. Phases of doing this coin ring here, and I'm at the stage that I don't want anything to go wrong. So I'm really paying attention to my ability to fold it completely before I do the Swedish wrap. So I have to even out this as much as possible. There. go. 1 ton of pressure. And let me try to get as much as possible. There we go. Had to put some weight in that one. And there we go. Got it folded as much as it's going to go. So it's almost touching there. Okay. Rocky Mountain Bear's back. Thank you so much for coming in, my friend. The longer you stay, the more hours I get. That's why you see me popping out these videos. All right, so now let's try this Swedish wrap. Adam Jam got me 8 of these. 8. I have them all wrapped up here. I got enough Swedish wrap, monster wrap to last me a while. Appreciate that. So what I want to do now is start wrapping this Morgan. Make sure that it can stay. I don't really like doing it this early sometime because you risk of ruining the Morgan. And then I'm going to have to take time to bring it back into shape. And I would just love to just continue to stretch this with no problem. But I've seen Skylar Jenkins do a coin ring still in this condition, that it was in the folding phase and it wasn't completely folded, and he did it. So I want to see, can I do the same thing? But I'm taking all the precaution and keeping the detail. I know Rocky Mountain Bear, he does coin rings as well. And in the chat, let me know if you ever did the Swedish wrap on a Morgan dollar while I was still mid-folding phase. I've done a couple, but I always had to work out the wobble. So make sure I'm really wrapping this detail. Really wrapping the detail. There we go. Do you want to take some of the cocoa butter? You want to put that right inside of the Swedish wrap to make sure it's easy to go down. Okay. Let's go. Okay, see it going down. Okay, stop. Let's take it out to see where it's at. All right, we see that the pressure from the Swedish wrap is bringing it down here a little bit. All right, so far so good. It looks okay. I'm going to take it down a little bit more. Down a little bit more. It's like it evened it out a little bit. So what I want to do is turn my plunger around. Okay, so what you want to do, put it back on the 1-ton press. Stretch it down a little more. far as this plunger will go. I hold the bottom of it to keep the ring steady and hope for the best. Let's see. As we see, it's starting to press against the tape. You start seeing the stars. You start seeing the stars. So that lets me know that it's starting to go towards the detail. So I take it off and start over. Okay, let's see what Rocky Mountain Bear said, because I asked him some advice about the ring. Rocky Mountain Bear says, yeah, I've done it. I usually try to fold it as much as possible. Going to Swedish wrap too early tends to be harder on the rim of the coin, which is true, and makes the coin more prone to wobble, like you said. Absolutely right. And that's one reason why I was doing it very slow. I wanted to fold it as much as I possibly can and then go down to Swedish wrap. So, like, I've gone down to the point that the tape is really pressed, and that tells me that it's right down to the detail because it's coming through. So what did I do? I'd like to take it off, anneal the coin, and start again. One thing about the rim, it does protect the coin still. So as you see, the detail is still intact. It gives a funny looking shape. So what I have to do is continue to push it down, and the shape will come up a little bit more as the reeded edge start to go down, okay? But what I want to make sure is that is annealed and that I wrap it completely to save that detail. And you want to watch the coloring of the tape changing, like that blue. You know, oh, it's time to change, you know? Well, thank you for that, Rocky Mountain Bear. It's always good to have a fellow coin ringer in the building to offer that expert advice. Appreciate that. Let's go back to the anneal. Let me see. There we go. And annealed. Here's my tweezers. There we go. It's still kind of funny shaped a little bit. It's not perfectly coned. You can start seeing a little area. So I really want to make sure I pay close attention to that. All right, let me dry it off. And once I dry it off, let's put that tape back on it. There's the 1901. The tape back on it. Here we go. We wrap it about 25 times. Sometimes I get a little overzealous and put more on it, especially the Morgans. I really want the detail to show on this baby. Taking my time. Thank you all for joining me for this live stream of the 1901 New Orleans Mint Mark coin ring. I call this Morgan Dollar Coin Ring Monday live stream, early morning edition. Stay with me as long as you possibly can. Hit that like button, subscribe if this is your first time here. If you like to support the channel, you do it by your viewership, you do it by your subscription, your comments. If you like to recommend a video, let me know what coin you would like me to turn to a coin ring next. I will put you in the credits mention you as one of the inspirations for that ring. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, PayPal is at jtcoinrings@gmail.com or Cash App at $JTCoinrings. Or like Adam Jam did, he sent me some of my favorite monster tape. Stuff like that keeps the coin rings at an affordable rate. Helps me continue to do giveaways for people who have channels that met certain milestones. And usually I donate a coin ring to their channel for their giveaways. So little things like that helps me to keep a nice, affordable, but quality coin ring to the community. All right, so I place it right back in, nice and even. Nice and even it goes. All right, I press it down. I use my previous plunger and press it down so it's nice and even. And nice and even. I want to take it, make sure it doesn't go in wobbly. So once I press it there, okay, you got me wanting to go make a Morgan dollar. Hey, make one and post it on your community tab. You do beautiful rings too. Definitely do beautiful rings. Get that Morgan dollar, one of my favorite coin rings. There you go. I want to press it down. Okay. Hold it there because that's the spot that it went before. As you see, it's pressed in. You see that blue tape? So I'll hold it, bring it out. Right here, make sure it's not crooked. Rocky Mountain Bear said he has an 1883 Morgan. I've been wanting to make myself ever since I got my birthday. All personal projects have taken a back seat this year. Oh, okay. I understand. I haven't made myself anything, but I have some coins in mind. I want to make myself a ring. I have to make myself something nice. I'm looking at some rounds. I seen a nice Egyptian round that I like. And I'm thinking about making that one real soon. AppMex just had it out. I think the Egyptian gods rounds, and it's like $25. Wasn't that expensive? But I really think about making that a ring. Okay. So let me go here, nice and slow. Okay. Trying to feel it. Make sure that it goes down pretty good. And it's going down a little lower, as you see, almost out. So let me pull it out to see how the tape is holding up. And you see that tape, that tape is feeling that pressure because it's like it turned blue and the stars are coming out. So I'm like, oh, it's time to move it out. It's a lot of pressure. Remember, there's 1 ton of pressure coming from this machine. Go in here. All right, I can almost move it. And that pressure, as Rocky Mountain Bear said, how that rim takes that pressure. It takes a lot of that pressure. So that's why it's good to keep that rim on there because it protects the coin as well, even in the coin remaking. But that pressure also destroyed that tape. And I put a lot of tape down. Okay. So as we see, in this Swedish wrap, it went from this top portion all the way down to almost out. What I want to do next, 1901 still looks good. I have another Swedish wrap here. It's not ready to go in that one. So I'll look for the next size Swedish wrap. Sure. This one here is it's already down to that bottom. It's already down, so I just don't need to put it that one. So what I can do, let me see here. Put it in that one. But I'm not a big fan of this Swedish wrap. But it will go down a little further. It's not crooked. See this one here. This one has a little bit more to go. So yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was one of my favorite from Monarch Metals, Monarch Precious Metals. They came out with that a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, I had to resize it for the customer. The customer wants a size 13. Originally, it was actually making size 11. The person she bought it for wants to put it on another finger. It back and then do the size 11. Sorry. Okay. We got that. I'm just making sure that when I put it in, it goes in evenly. Okay. Further to go before it hits the bottom. Okay. There we go. There. Put it back in. All right. Let's see what size this ring is so far. It's nowhere near finished. I'm still shaping it. What size it is so far. So remember, still like a 13. Still around the same spot. 13 1/4. So right now I'm just want to bring it down a lot lower than this. Okay, so there we go. Some shape to it. Yes, guys. As I tell you one thing, coin ring making, sometimes these coins, I gotta talk to them, you know. I gotta talk to these coins and make them yield them, make them listen to my command. You know, gotta talk to it. You gotta listen to the metal. Gotta see what the metal's telling you. Is it ready to bend? Is it bending too much? Do you need to apply more heat? Not every coin ring is the same, and I've done a couple Morgans. I've done a lot of Morgans, but sometimes I've learned, hey, you got to allow the process And that's where I'm at now. Like, okay, all right. Sure, the detail. Concentrate on the detail. Concentrate on the shape of the coin. Remember, I have to bring it down to a certain size. Um, also, make sure that it's a nice, comfortable fit. Make sure that the shine or the patina is on point before I send it out to the customer. You know, as you see, this process will take me way over 30 minutes. You know, and this is why sometimes the coin rings, you see certain coin ring creators, they sell their Morgans for $80. Sometimes they sell them for $200, $300 I've seen. And if they add jewels, that's more time. And you see that that person may add it $400, or more if they add engraving. So much you can do with these coin rings. That's why I'm so excited about learning more. I just take my time and just do what I can with what skills I have. And I learned from, people who've done it before too. So much to learn, so much still to learn. Thailand, we got Richie Mack in the house. How you doing, Richie Mack? Richie Mack is close to 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 subscribers, my man. Congratulations, man, on your success of your channel. Thank you so much for all you show us and teach us about Thailand. When it's time for me to go, I'll be definitely getting my consultation from you. And I enjoy you and L's content. And I know El Guapo was down there enjoying himself. And man, thank you so much for showing from the golf course to the restaurants to the condos and everything. Thailand, Richie Mack. So here we go. This right here is a 1901 Morgan that I'm saving that detail. Good gracious. I'm really babying this coin ring right now. But because it's important to make sure that it doesn't mess up, it's important that the customer gets the best coin ring that I possibly can make. I take my time. Put a little bit more cocoa butter in there. Sorry, coconut oil. Zoom to Thailand's in the house. David Carlisle, thank you so much. It's one of my, David Carlisle's my moderator, always on point. There we go. Let's go there. All right, we push that down to that point it was before. Now we're going to get it to that point of going lower, much lower than we had it before. So I got it back to the original point. Make sure it's even. Then I take this right here. Let's go down lower. How low can we go? Until it's all the way down to the bottom. But we got to make sure it's evenly going down to the bottom. So let's do that. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Zoom to Thailand. Rocky Mountain Band, David Carlisle, Money Level Show. There we go. See, it's coming down to the bottom. All right. We want to make sure that it's still protected. So let's get this thing out. Let's let it go. Put that pressure. It's like giving birth. There we go. See how it's coming out? Oh, it moved. I'm sorry. See how it's coming out? It's like giving birth to a coin ring. There we go. You want to let it go as far as we possibly can. Here. I put another one on top. Let's get this thing down low. Okay, boom. Let's push this thing all the way out. It's right there. Whew. It's almost like stuck. I gotta get it out. Okay. Almost out, so got stuck. So let's keep on pushing that thing down. Here. What I want to have to do now is make sure it get out and don't get damaged. So the next step is to put in this brass one. JT's birthing coin rings. Yes. This is a 1901, a coin, Morgan dollar, 1901, Richie Mac. So there we go. Came out. It's a 1901. It's an old coin ring. So there we go. We got it out. Okay, we got it out. There we go. So we got it nice and taped. Let's see what size it is now. Right now, it's like 11 and a half. So remember, we first got it down all the way to a 13 and a quarter. Now we got it to 11 and a half. Okay, now we can start cleaning this baby up, because that's as low as I want to get it. Now I can start cleaning the reeded edge, start cleaning the cut edge, and start shaping it more. So basically, that's where I wanted to get it to, guys, to the point that you see the coin ring starting to form. A nice, thick, hardy coin ring, like so, on my big finger. It's a ring, but I'm going to shine this baby up. I'm going to clean this edge here, clean the cut edge, and you'll see all this scale come off. Now I'm keeping all the detail of the stars, 1901. You'll see all that. But this is how the shape of the coin I want it to happen, okay? So we got to that point. All right, and you'll see the other video showing the other portion, and then you'll see the pictures on my community board. But I appreciate you all for coming and checking me out. Thank you for everyone that's in the chat. Let me go through and let me see who's left, so I can give them a shout out for coming in. As far as it goes, let's go. We got David Carlisle, the #1 moderator. We got MJ Silver in gold. Rock Bottom, thank you so much for coming in. Doug Harding, thanks for your support. Appreciate you. We also have Rocky Mountain Bear. He came in. The Money Level Show came in to show love. Appreciate you. And we also have Zoom to Thailand. And everyone else who did not leave a comment but came in and hit that like button, I appreciate you. It's now 2:50 a.m. Monday morning here in Baltimore. And I thank you all for joining me for Morgan Dollar Coin Ring Monday, the early morning edition. And what I'm going to do is finish this baby up, and I'll see you in the next video. JT Coin Rings. I'm out, baby.